Hello, welcome to D Money Productions. Today we're going to talk about the new Grand Theft Auto 5 preview, the Underbelly of Paradise video. This video was so mind-blowing. Can't wait to get into it. Alright, as we see, the beginning of the preview, it's an FIB member. You know, in case you don't know, it's an FBI member. It's just switched around. And it's like in an interview format, as if you're going into a city and he talks about crime. Of course, you know, FIB member will be talking about crime, FBI, whatever. And they talk about, first thing they talk about, and this was pretty weird, it was mind-blowing. You see a guy running down the street hooked on PCP, they say. Nothing but his freaking shirt on and butt naked everywhere else. He runs down the street, gets caught by cops, then it flips over and he's nuts like hanging out. It's kind of hilarious. But I hope we do get to see that in Grand Theft Auto 5. It'll be disturbing, but it'll be kind of cool, you know, see those kind of encounters. Alright, and then also switch over into seeing a guy get pulled over by a cop car. And you know, on the cops TV show, you see in between the two seats, it's like a camera angle pointing towards the hood where you can see the arrest happen. The cop get knocked out cold and the guy just runs off full speed down the street. The cop never gets up to even chase the guy. That was hilarious. Alright, the next thing we get into, you see them mention, this was very brief, it wasn't a long little segment for this part, but he says, oh, we have many tourists who like to come and get drunk, and you see a couple tourists, you know, tripping downstairs in Vespucci Beach at night. It was kind of cool, you know, nothing much, but you'll see around, you know, just something regular you'll see around Los Santos, I guess, around the beach. I mean, it was pretty much, it looked like it was kind of scripted, as if they, you know, made people do certain things in the video, but then some of it wasn't, but I'll get into that. He also mentioned that the city is taken over by crime, guns, meth, PCP, and cocaine. He doesn't even, the funny thing, in the FIB member is all funny about this. He's making jokes about it and saying it's no big deal, you know, let him have it, because, you know, I believe he kind of snorts in the middle of his sentences because he's doing cocaine, which made it hilarious. When he mentioned cocaine, he just sniffs because the police seem to do drugs that the criminal have, take it from him. He said you have to, sometimes to beat them, you have to join them. That was kind of funny, but and then, you know, that's what Los Santos came to now. Alright, on to the next. We see Grove Street members. And they first showed them hanging outside of an apartment complex. You ever seen that movie Friday After Next with Ice Cube? It looks just like that apartment in a way. But you see them in the front hanging out, just looking, not really talking to each other, but you see at least 6 of them just sitting there just looking for some reason, just standing there. No big deal. And then they switch over and you see 3 other gang members sitting there drinking 40 ounces, smoking. And you remember the alleyway they showed the guy running down with the helicopters chasing him? It was the same alleyway from what it appeared to be. Alright. Then it switches over. They say the Grove Street members like to take time in the sport such as basketball. And you see about 10 Grove Street members playing basketball. Not really competitively, but like taking turns shooting. And they're sitting there enjoying themselves. Then it also switch over and they say they like to scuffle in a way, which kind of threw everybody off who's seen this, because we see a Grove Street member just about to fight another. Then on the next scene, it switches over and it says they even wouldn't mind killing each other. And we see a Grove Street member kill another Grove Street member, which threw us off completely, because that's not how Grove Street, as we think it would be in this game. We think there'll be a strong gang that, you know, mooched off of CJ's rolling San Andreas, but these guys are killing each other. Woo, the work CJ done did not pay it off. Yeah, but then, you know, we see the Grove Street member get killed and the guy run inside of the house soon after. And it was like, wow. Now we see the Grove Street do a drive-by on the Ballers, a very unsuccessful drive-by. It looks like they were murdering the hell out of the Grove Street member as he was trying to do the drive-by. He didn't even get the finish. He jumps, like, sticks his head back in the car and peels off. And then, the Grove Street part ends there as we see the next part of the segment, the Vagos versus the Cops, which it was a very quick 10-15 second preview. Nothing special at all. And they say the Vagos are not connect with the Mafia. And they're like, I'm like, okay, I thought the Ballers were cool with the Vagos to take over Grove Street so they can share, but those days are over from what it seems. The Vagos have moved on to be cool with the Mafia. And that was all it really showed, but all you really see is the Vagos just slaughtering the cops with AK-47s, chasing them away, which is pretty cool. Off to the Ballers, the good old Ballers, the most powerful game in Los Santos today, seems like. They took it over, as we all know. And then I seen on the first scene, Remington, all you know, in San Andreas, with the engine on top of it, which was pretty cool. It looks like the Ballers have custom cars. I don't think all of them have that engine on top, but one guy did, and it was like a candy purple with an engine on the front hood. It was pretty cool. They say the Ballers like to take time and doing meth, and it showed a more bigger baller getting, like, walking down the street hooked on meth. You can tell he was just like stumbling, jittery. And you see female gang members also on the side of the street, which is pretty weird because we never seen that in any Grand Theft Auto game, but pretty cool. Saw a female get arrested. That was all. Well, that wasn't all, actually. We see the Ballers just slaughtering Grove Street at a very quick pace. Looks like they're of competition now, if not better, because they had semi-automatic pistols, AK-47s, and slaughtering the Grove Street gang, which just had regular 9mm, and they ran away. On to the Lost Gang now. The Lost Gang, the motorcycle gang from Grand Theft Auto 4, the Lost and Damned. But they have made their way to Grand Theft Auto 5. They live in a trailer park, and they also said any member of the Lost would have no problem of showing the rest of the members his girlfriend's boobs. And we see a lady on top of a stage dancing around with topless. And it just mentions they're meth heads at the very end of the video, which is kind of hilarious because it looks like meth is a big role in Grand Theft Auto. But it kind of goes off there, and you're left with all these assumptions on how the game's gonna be. But for when it looks like Grove Street isn't really hooked on drugs, but they seem like they have some kind of beef with each other. I don't know what it is, but you see Grove Street members killing other Grove Street members. That's not normal at all. Looks like the Vagos moved on to connect with the Mafia and just go against the cops like all the rest of the games are out of their way now. The Ballers seem to have complete control over Los Santos. And, it seems like all they have to do is put the nail in the coffin and Grove Street is done. Really. They're closer. They're stronger. They have better cars, look like. But on the bad side, they're meth heads, just like the Lost members. But meth isn't considered a bad thing when you're in war in gangs. Who knows? But that's all I got to see. I couldn't upload the video for you guys because Rockstar would terminate anybody's YouTube account at an instant if they put that video up. And I did not want to go through that. But overall, I got to speak to you guys about it. And I'm glad you guys, at least have a image of what this game might be about. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and hope y'all have a good day. Thank you.